What is special about contra dancing is that you get to dance with many different people.
I'm Tamara Loewenthal, and I have for many years made my living as an artist, as a dancer, percussive dancer, and a musician.
Contra dancing is really a dance danced in long lines. You stand across from your partner and you face another couple. So it's always two couples dancing together doing a series of moves and then moving on to the next. So there's lots of opportunities for socialization. Take hands forward. You've got a couple minutes before, while the band is fixing their thing and the caller is whatever, and you go, you don't just stand there silently. You have a conversation. For people who like to be social, this is a way for you to learn little bits about people over time.
I started contra dancing in Pittsburgh in college. I was so entranced. In March of the year I was going to graduate college, I met the person who would be my future husband. We kind of said, we have two spots we can go, this beautiful spot in Idaho or this place in Indiana where he knew there was contra dancing. We landed in Bloomington not knowing a soul. We found a place, moved in there. Next day, walked down to the co-op, walked in. Someone was working at the counter. We said, do you know where the contra dance is? Oh yeah, I know. It's tonight and it's here. So we went immediately to the contra dance and we were like enveloped, that like immediately. Since the dance was less than 10 years old when I moved to Bloomington,
The whole energy of the group was all these young people who had discovered something, and whoa, every weekend was a party. And I'm not kidding. It was an exhausting life. But I also had my kids when I was in my 20s. They incorporated my children, just like other people's kids, into the fabric of the group.
the contra dancing intro was Pittsburgh, but the development of community was Bloomington.
I've been a lot of places dancing, a lot of places. I've gone a lot of places to call dances. The way in which a caller calls, you can be just dry. Like everybody can understand what to do. I want to be part of the music. I sometimes rhyme my calls intentionally, even in a contra, because that's what you do in a square. They don't just talk. They follow the phrasing of the music. And so how you push, how you use your voice, I think that's part of the art form. My own rule of thumb for calling has been, if I dance this dance and I loved it, then it's going to be one I call. A really good dance is one where there is flow, so that you're going from one move that naturally follows another. And then the other thing is how much you're using tension, the centrifugal force that you create when you're swinging really well with someone. That's one of the fun things about this style of dance in the first place, is the high you get from swinging. Some people get dizzy from swinging. Too bad. No, so I'm just saying, like, those of us who don't, we get a high from it. All those posters about dance and joy is so true. When you're dancing, it's kind of like, it's in that moment you are one with the world, or you're one with everything. What is it about traditional dance? The way it has developed has been because it's not something people have done professionally. So there is an access point. And I think when people who want to learn it, like you watch people when they're new, you just see this, like, oh my God. That's why I think it's important to pass it on. There's a story to it, and there's amazing innovation in it. Like how people figured out that you could make sounds with your feet, that your feet could be drum percussive, just like your hands could be with a drum. To me, that is fascinating. That's like human invention, but human invention for nothing more than art. I'm really appreciative of the current board, of the work they have done to make the dance feel inclusive. We're not just anachronistic. We're not just doing the same thing that we always do. Using the terms that we always used, we have to be responsive to the times, and as we learn things, be able to adapt and to change. The whole contra dance community as a whole in the United States has discussed this. This doesn't belong to Bloomington, but for Bloomington to actually take it on as its own discussion has been important, and I've been happy to see it because at least I'm feeling some of the energy that we had of the 80s, you know. This is so fun. If you can find your joy in it, like, you should be here.